want to make this video. I'm gonna say maybe a couple things. I want to start off with the video of Obama's being portrayed a cartoon monkeys and President Trump knowing about it, say he didn't know about it or he's not going to apologize. That's par for the course. This guy's always been jealous of Obama. So Obama was a really good. Well, he look. Black people say, well, he didn't do anything for black people, but in '08, if everybody can remember, we was on the edge of, we was on a break of falling off the edge, and he brought us back. You know, he says, I'm not going to do anything. I'm not a black president. I'm the president for everybody. Okay, we get it. You're not going to do any reparations or anything, especially not in his first term. I should think he should have tried to do it in the second term, but he wasn't on that. None of these politicians, black, whatever, is not for reparations. They got it. They don't care if we're deserving of it through our ancestors. But anyway, I don't want to talk about Richard Steele on MSNBC comes on and the president's this and is reprehensible. That's your former party. He probably still is a Republican. Look at the way they treated him when he was the DNC, or the Republican head of the Republican party. And then of all people, Tim Scott comes out. He starts talking this mess about Trump is racist from this office, and Tim Scott. This is the same cat that said America is not a racist country, as if we've never been a racist country. Are we as racist as we were 30 years ago? No. 50 years ago? No. 100 years ago? No. But there is still systematic racism. That's been proven. And then you get people like what is the actor Morgan Freeman when he was Don Lemon was he was interviewing him. He says he didn't want to talk about it. This guy's like 80 years old, maybe over 80, brought up in Tennessee, Memphis, Tennessee. He's seen and went through a lot of racism. He doesn't want to talk about that. He just wants to talk about the here and the now, how he's made it now, how black people can make it. As if black people are waiting around for handouts and reparation. That's bull. Who hasn't put this? What people haven't pulled themselves up from their bootstraps more than black people in this country? You got to be kidding me with this. Um, he knows if he says something that goes against them folks, he says something that's supportive to for black Americans, he's out of the picture. He'll be blackballed. And that's understandable. These guys can't say, speak out and be pro-black. But it's Denzel Washington. Denzel Washington went the route of everything starts in the home. You're right. But you totally neglect to talk about racism. Whether it's racism today or racism 50, 75 years ago, 100 years ago. And that's understandable. Because if you start talking that pro-black stuff, you will be blackballed in Hollywood. So, yeah, I get it. But um, yeah, Tim Scott was totally out of left field. Now he wants to be kind of pro-black. Since when? And a lot of people criticize him for that. That was kind of out of left field. What else we want to talk about? Well, it's a little dilly dally. Let's see about The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. Everybody's on him now because obviously most people think, well, everybody think he was on steroids, and he said, no, this is all natural. I eat like 6 to 8,000 calories a day. Dude, 6 to 8,000 calories. The guy would be like 400, 350 pounds. That is 3,000 calories a day. Like 4,000 is a lot of freaking calories. And you're doing that consistently. And a lot of people were saying, and they were right, you just should have just admitted that you was on steroids. Because now they start nitpicking when he was talking about, I never been to, I think it was an In-N-Out burger. Then they proved that he has been to an In-N-Out burger. So they start nitpicking. I think his last movie didn't do too good. Black Adam, that was a bust at the box office. Now I think the rest of the movie that Did that wrestling movie come out with him playing the wrestler? I don't think so, but that was supposed to be some good stuff. Then I guess he got off this with the roids and he lost a lot of weight. He was playing somebody that's a lot leaner and smaller, I would imagine. Let me see, we got about 5 minutes. Something else I wanted to talk about, I can't remember. Anyway, that's it for now. Outing.